Within the Bitcoin chart, today's looking like pause day number 3 as it hangs in there within the 18 average of lows after the 2 day but 1 day main decline, which was from the a bit Finex situation. This is the Bitstamp exchange. So I don't got the Fibonacci numbers up, and I'm showing mainly long-term levels. And on the weekly chart, it's still, if it's going to go down, it's that 18 average and it's starting to slowly rise. But because it's pause periods, meaning not really going up and going down and just staying in where it was from this big gain. So the big move up on the week of April the 1st has so far held 3 weeks in a row. And this week is coming very close to an end, given today is a Saturday and it ends on Sunday. And on the monthly chart, it's come up to this 18 average correctionary phase in the attempt in reversing of trend. 18 average barely starting to go lower and been sideways for quite some time. But what's been going on with the last 400 days, which is roughly from about right around here? It's been relatively interesting. And that will be it for Bitcoin analysis in today's video. And today's date comes in that of Saturday, the 28th day of April, 2019. And where is the volatility of the last 400 plus days? In the game that I've been making, I'm very curious on the interest if people are actually using this. To me, I feel this is an extremely amazing tool for just getting experience in market movements on the historical levels. And you can do so relatively quickly. And this way, in starting out, you can be very experienced without putting anything at risk. The code for this one is RLH065. It's 3 letters and 3 numbers. That's not the number, or the letter O. It's the number 0. And it has 1903 days. As this is since day 1 of LITECOIN. LITECOIN was just a little before then. And we're going to be showing, after looking at the charts, another chart, a volatility chart regarding LITECOIN and LITECOIN together. But before we do that, let's take a look at both LTC and VTC against Bitcoin. We'll start with LITECOIN, and on the longest term, the monthly chart, basically mainly choppy on its early stages amongst this, below the 18 above, below, above, below. And one of the things as a market analyst I think is best when, if you're really talking to people about overall market conditions, at least when looking at traditional markets, two currencies together, like the euro, the yen, the US, Canadian, Australian dollar, whatever, they're technically going to probably be choppy based on the law of division. So a lot of these ones should be as well. Something for pointing out. Still really is two currencies together, but there are going to be some of these that are so bad and so amazing that they're going to have noticeable bull and bear markets. On the weekly chart, I'm going to have to auto this baby. There we go. It's been getting its ass kicked. And in the last 400 days, since like roughly in here, the size of these candles have been small, but they have been picking up a little bit since it's been attempting to break out. But on the breakout attempt, for such, you got this down move, establishing this support. I mean, established it here, established it here, established it all over the place. But its bottom, the last place it did before the rally, was happened to be here. Then it established this level of resistance, corrects it. It retests that level again. It was an attempt to break out, and obviously it failed. And there's going to be a lot of people that can get trapped in here on the breakout. A lot of them have already gotten out within what's been going on in here. But we're not seeing the successful correction amongst the 18. That doesn't mean that it's not going to do it. This just might go sideways and continue on in this range as a possibility, but you still have to be wary of the fact that this could be a failed breakout and we could be talking about coming down to some lower prices. And 1750, 1200 area, 2000, well, that makes sense based on point A low, failed breakout, and where it would go after that on a failed move. And of course, the other side of the fence. I mean, yeah, is it going to hold and stay below here? Maybe. But over the few days, if it starts to rally back in here, then you could have one of those red candles, green candle, getting it all back reversed the next periods, which would, well, then it basically, if getting above here, it could have big gains. And if there's a dartboard rally, like I mentioned, when everything goes to get up together, well, this one may as well. But a lot of the shitty type coins, the ones that don't make it, not saying that this is one of them, I'm just saying that the ones that are within a dartboard rally, so it would maybe come up to like, say, a 44, make a lower high, and then that would be it kind of deal. Or that would be a high it would never see again. Sort of like this might be a high it never sees again. And that's a maybe. I don't know. On the daily chart, of course, since this high of like 18,000 down to like 7,500, it's, yeah, I'm not going to calculate it, but if you really, really do care, my suggestion is taking 18,000 divided by, and change divided by a little under 6,000, so like 3.1 ish or so, to the root of 0.382, multiply about 5,800. That is the 61.8% down Fibonacci. I'm not going to calculate it, but obviously this has been going down. And as I've been mentioning over the last 600 days, where's the volatility? And over the last 600 days, we're looking at like in here. And it really isn't there. Let's move on to Litecoin. And we'll go daily to monthly on this one. Again, where's our volatility for Litecoin over the last 400 or plus more days? Going back to in here. It's just not there. Anyway, point A low, which is the 68 handle, point B high at 180 something, 190 almost. Fibonacci in the area of about 1282 is a 38.2% down level. It already did find a level of support there. What's it going to do now? It's came up close to this 18 lows. It's a pierce below it. But coming down here, it's a warning sign. I mean, yes, maybe we'll hold there. Maybe it'll just pierce below to 124 or something, and that's it. That's a possibility. We could continue to find support here. But if you fail at the next key level, if you see like anything in here where there's weakness around this number, and you think it's going to break down, the next target is pretty much the even zero point zero 0.01 or the 100 to 1 ratio within it. On the weekly chart, it's in with a correctionary move, has supported the 18 average of lows in here on liftoff. It came down, or the highs rather, came to the highs. Now it's at the lows area, and just a good move has already happened. It's been a lower high to this level here. And because of that good move, a 61.8% retracement becomes extremely important. So that one level is the must hold area. Does that give us any indication on the monthly for that to be the case? And not really, because it's a choppy market. Above, below, above, below, above, below, above. So if it goes below in here again, that's just been doing what it's doing. Because if it keeps doing that, it's going to go above the highs, then below the lows, then above the highs, then above the lows. Maybe you can try to figure out a pattern as it's doing it. And the more choppiness it is, the more profitable. But again, where's the volatility? Now I'm going to put another chart in. Another chart I'm going to show you. Before I do it, I'm just going to explain the parameters to it. And we're going to take the Litecoin and the Vertcoin cross. And how it starts off with from day one, the day it was entered, at least on the Bittrex exchange, matches the data that I got early of January 2014. I'm looking for it to either go up 50% or down 33 and a third, or 1/3 of its value. At least 50% up, at least 1/3 of its ratio down, which works out to be the same equivalency. A 50% up move is the same as a 1/3 down move in percentage moves for both sides. And after it happens, so say it goes from like, well, let's say an area of like, say 30. I'm looking for it to lose 1/3 of its value, so 20 or lower. And to gain 50% from 30 would be 45 or higher. So say it goes up to, say, 54. Well, now when I take 54 and I take 1/3 of its value, that should be like 18. You take it, whatever. You just multiply it by 0.66, and 6 is forever. Or you multiply it by 1.5. And you keep on going until it just keep on going. No matter what you go to, there is always going to be two numbers that comes up, and you just keep waiting till it hits. And what we're doing within this one is starting within day number 1. So row number 1 is actually 99 days. It's day number 1 to 99. Number 2 is 100 to 199. So number 20 is 1900 to 1999. And we're on day number 1904. So that has just begun. But early on, there were 7 in the first 99 days, and there were 8 in the first 100, because day number 100 actually equivalent was actually one of the days. So it should have been maybe 8 in the first, 9 in the second, but either way, it shows early on things were moving very wild and volatile amongst the situation. And then we had a few periods in here where it was, well, 100 days, 3 and 4, and then there was 8, then there was 5, then there was 3, then there was 8. Like 3, like the low was 3, the high was in the 8 area. So about 5 or so every 20 days, on average, it would do it. And it was very common back then too to have next day moves, where the next day it would go up 50% or down 33%. And once it was 2 or 3 days in a row it did it. Actually, it was just boom, 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 boom. It was really amazing. But then in here we have, this was its other low period, a 300-day period, where it was 3, 3, and 1. 7 trades in 300 days, or 7 times. But then for 4 more, it picked up. This is 2017-esque. This is the low moves before 2017. Because in here, this is 5 periods, but this is only 4 days in though. So it's about 404, where there was none. None at all on days number 1500 to 1599. Then there were 2 over the next 100. Then there was 1, 0, and we just had 1 hit a couple of days ago during the LITECOIN decline. So the volatility has been low, and this is going on during what has been a correctionary phase. These periods again, well, this is representing 400 days, so that would be like the end of 2016. Should be around where that point would be. But it goes to show you that it's been a low end time. There's just not as much profits as far as the strategies I talk about to be had. But it also tells me that when these are low, the most obvious point is that there is not a mad rush for people to either get into or out of these two coins. For if there was, there would be higher moves. There was a rush for people to get into and even out of at different times the coins during the last 3 quarters, or the last little bit of 2017, and the first quarter of 2018. And it showed in here. And over here, there was a continuous participation. Small decline period here, a little small one in here within it, but overall it maintained for first 8 periods. That's the first 2+ years. It was very volatile. And then almost a year where there was okay, but not as much. And very volatile again. Not quite as much as this, but really yes, because its lowest period was that of 4. It went 6, 6, 5, and 4 in that time. So 12 plus 20, it was 21 times it did it over that period. So 21 in here. And that's over 4. And then over a little over 4, it's been 4. And during a situation in which the markets become bullish again and all that type of jazz. This is going to get big again. And in a situation where people are trying to get out of crypto space, if that's the only two things that can really happen now. When people are in the game, prices haven't had major declines, showing no major selling. And there hasn't been anything starting up any rallies or dartboard rallies of any sort, or these 10, 20, 40 coins are really showing their way, or 5 coins are doing it. No. They're pretty much all been down. But it's just a matter of when. And whenever there were bear markets before, they come to an end. Maybe the bear market lasts 4 months, maybe it lasts 9, 16, 44, 60. The silver market really tested people on that from its bear market from 1980 to really 2004. And that was an extreme one. So it can be whatever. That's why I say that, because who knows how long this current bear market we have had will run. If Bitcoin price is at 5,100, it's got a decent ways to go to get out of it, but there are signs to me, again, that it's coming to an end as far as the lower volatility. But time will just tell. I'll keep updating on stuff like this. And in conclusion, this is what the game is. And if anyone's playing these, please let me know. This is actually something I'm very, very interested in. And I'm even thinking I could improve this just a little bit. I got 2 or 3 things that I think I'd like to have fixed that I know I could fix, but more statistics. I thought about adding in Bitcoin prices as well, just a little more. That's a possibility as well. But in this, I just like how you can go really quickly. Okay, let's see if it goes to 3, maybe to 8. Okay, day 6, 872. And I'd be selling Litecoin. I'm starting with 10 and 50. Let's sell 1. Okay, so we had 872. Let's go 5 low. Let's go 13 high. Oh, it goes to 1523 on day 26. And this is higher volatility that I was playing before, meaning 50 and 33%. Okay, maybe I'll sell a bit more, maybe 2 now. Okay, we got 1088 as last trade. Let's, oh no, 1523. Oh, I could just have bought that. But let's go for lower. Let's go for like 872 where we were before, maybe 26. See, we get lower, 869. I can sell like maybe 20 of those coins, and then we go to say 5 and maybe 11 or 12. It goes to 1364, maybe sell 2 again. Goes to 9, maybe 21 again. It goes to 8. These are the first 94 days. And already lots of wild action. Let's go to like say 550 down, 14 up. There's date 110. It goes to 821. And we'll sell maybe 2.2. But I want to play for a big gain here. Litecoin just, if it goes down to 10, I'll buy more. But Litecoin's kicking ass. I don't want to sell until it goes to 45 maybe. Oh, it did on day 163. Now I'm going to sell some. Let's sell 2.2. And I don't want to buy that back unless it goes to 25 and sell over 100. Oh, it did go over 100. Well, let's sell another 2.5. Okay, I'm not going to buy it back until it goes to 40 or sell at 250. Okay, there's the 40. I got 464. I can sell like 145 of them. Get myself 3.6 more. I'll buy more back at 25. Sell it like 100. I guess it was at 21 before. But 23 I'll take again. I'll just sell maybe 125 of these. Get 5 Litecoin. Buy more at 14. Sell it, say, 65. Oh, 13. Well, let's unload half of the hunt here. We got 20. Let's maybe buy more at 9, sell at 65. Oh, it's 741. Let's unload another close bit more than half. We'll buy more at 4, sell it like say 36. Okay, we're at 42. We'll sell maybe 5 to start. Okay, we'll buy it maybe 22, sell it 115. Oh, 120 on day 623. We got 21 of them, so let's go 5. Let's buy back at say 50, sell at say 311. Oh, 37. Let's go for an aggressive sell. Didn't happen. But this is an aggressive play. I'm adding 7.8 Litecoin from 16. I wish it wouldn't do that flick, but let's see if I can fix that by doing this. So enter lowest price from 37. Let's go 26 and 90. Yeah, that stopped it. Okay, so up to 100, let's sell 8 of these Litecoin. Let's try to buy it back at 44, sell at 233. Goes to 44, maybe sell 600 of these, add 13 Litecoin. Hey, it's down 38%. Let's sell another couple hundred and add 7. So we'll buy back at say 15, sell over 100. Okay, we got 36, maybe sell 9. Buy back at 44, sell at 233. Okay, 1490. We're on day 1291. So we're getting the slow period soon. 1493, so let's sell 555 and get 12. And buy back at say 25, sell over 100. Goes to 20. Okay, I can sell like 500 of these things and pick up like 24 of these Litecoins up to 64. Let's buy back at 11, sell at 68. Goes down to 10. I can do 220 of them. Okay, let's push the wrong button there, thankfully, because would have had a bad wrong trade by just playing too fast. Okay, so day 1357. Let's go buy at 6, sell at 29. Goes to 36, got 85, maybe go 16 of them. Buy back at 25, sell at 90. We get to 90, let's do 24 of them here. We picked up 2100, that was just sick. Okay, buy back at like say 50, sell at like 233. And we're done. Day 1590. It hasn't been. We're on day like 1700 or 1900 and change now. So that was 300 in like 20 days almost. 316, 315, or 7 weeks short of a year, 45 weeks. In this case, though, I started this game off within 10 Litecoin and 50 Vertcoin, which would have meant 4.5x on the LTC, and about a 55x gain on the VTC. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.